Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is the Mary Jane to my Sonny Birch. It's Megan Hoffmeyer.
Hello.
What do you think?
I think it's a good one.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You're Zendaya? You're Zendaya's version of Mary Jane.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the newer Spider-Man movies, so.
She's great.
Oh, she's sassy. I like her.
And I'm Sonny Birch. I'm a Southern gentleman who knows a lot about car washes.
I don't know how they would relate with each other, but I like both characters.
Well, I'm not Peter Parker. And
why not?
I was thinking about saying, hey, the Jane Foster to my Thor, but that doesn't work. I'm like the Lady Sith to my Thor, but then she gets ditched. So I was like, how can I even make this work? The Black Widow to my Hulk?
No, it's good. You picked two people that we really enjoy.
That's right. We love Walty Gaggi.
And he's sassy, too. They can have a sass off.
Oh, my gosh. Imagine them in a car. Like, so there's a thing where they end up, he becomes good, and he's helping out Peter Parker, and it's just Zendaya and him in the car.
Is this the rules of the Fast universe, a.k.a. Jason Statham?
Yeah, they can become good.
I'm all on board with that.
And they're just sassing at each other. And she compliments him on his loafers without socks.
I can definitely see it as a short. It might be a stretch for a movie, but I'd watch it.
Well, Disney's doing that new Marvel Plus. Or Disney Plus, they're doing the Marvel shows.
That's true.
Oh, imagine that. Let's pitch it.
And they publish those Pixar shorts as like one long movie every few years, so.
Oh my goodness.
It's always an idea.
How about this? Mary Jane and Sonny Birch are in a car, right? They go to prison. This random prison. They pick up Justin Hammer. They've just wiped his criminal record clean. So he jumps in the car, right? And then they're cruising around and Valkyrie's on the side of the road. They pick her up, right? And then they go pick up Luis. And it's the five of them. And then somehow they get sucked into a vortex, a new realm. No. And they have to battle dark elves.
But with their intellect and their sass.
Yeah. And Christopher Eccleston actually gets to play a decent dark elf this time. Not just a glowering dark elf. Remember he's in Thor the Dark World?
Yeah.
Malekith.
Yeah, he was not pleased.
He hated that movie. He hates most movies he's been on.
I know. I don't want to talk about the sadness of Christopher Eccleston because I love Doctor Who so much.
9 forever. 9, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, we have a very special thing. And I brought you on, Meg, because you and I, we've watched every Marvel movie together except for the first two, Hulk and Iron Man. We saw Captain America in a drive-in theater. Mm-hmm. Or the first Avenger. We've been all over the place watching these movies.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty long history here. Well, technically, we watched Iron Man together at home.
Yeah, it's not in a theater. I was in Korea. That'd be weird.
Yeah, I saw that when I was in grad school at my apartment. But I remember when it came out because I went to see Sex and the City with my mother and my grandmother, which is interesting.
And then I worked on some of them, and you painted all the wonderful doors in our house. They look great.
I did, because those were long hours.
So we got Marvel.
And it kept me very occupied.
You got me a Guardians of the Galaxy cake for my birthday.
I got you a mixtape cake, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now, and you had a Spider-Man cake after you worked on Spider-Man.
You're right. Ooh. I'm looking at him right now. And I got Cap up there who's up.
That was another birthday cake.
Oh, geez Louise. Y'all spoil me. All right, so we did something really special. We pulled you and I, and then we got Zach Beckler, who's been on the podcast, Sean Elvishire, Adam Clement, Jay Cluett, David Cross, Adam Hodgins, Robert Lamb, Mo Lightning, and Norbert Morvan. We got everyone together, 11 people, and they ranked the 21 MCU films, right? From 1 to 21. 1 is the best, 21 is the worst. And then we combined them all, and then whatever had the best average won. Mm-hmm. Right? This was exciting. I think I'm looking at this list right now, Megan, and we put ours in first. I think some people did some finagling.
Yeah, maybe in the future we just hide all the other columns.
I think because there's some things in here that I can't believe, but I like it. There was some strategery used.
Well, back when I filled it out, the numbers were looking pretty similar, but you're right. I think the people who filled it in later might have been scouting the other columns.
I like it though. There's some strategic decisions in this, yeah?
Oh, for sure.
All right. So we're going to go through. We're not going to do all 21 because that would be a nightmare, right? So let's just talk about, we'll just do 21 to 10 and then we'll kind of cover the top 10. Yeah?
And maybe state the bottom one for everybody.
Now, I caught something in here, Megan.
What's that?
I saw that you snuck into the Spider-Verse and Wonder Woman in here. IDC what you were doing.
I didn't sneak anything. Into the Spider-Verse is very plausibly part of the MCU.
You have Wonder Woman
I have an argument
at number 1, 2, and 3.
Well, because Wonder Woman's the best.
Now, what are your 3 favorite superhero movies of all time? Can you think about those real quick?
Of all time, all universes. Jeesh.
Jeesh. Can I give you mine?
Yeah.
Unbreakable. Hands down.
Yeah.
My favorite, that's easily my hands down. 2, Spider-Man 2. So good. Doc Ock, Spidey, Train, crushing it. 3, Batman Returns. Tim Burton, you should listen to the podcast. Very good. Adam Clement and I did it. It'll change your life. What about you? I just dropped this bomb on you.
Yeah, you did.
This is a big one. Tell me right now.
I feel like I should have a list already, considering how much you talk about this with everybody.
Yeah.
In no special order, because I don't know right now. Wonder Woman's definitely up there. It just feels so relevant as a woman. I mean, there are a lot of emotional moments in that movie that really we didn't have before. I love Iron Man. It was so fresh. It was so surprising. I chose, as I stated before, not to see it in the theater. And when I watched it on TV, I just couldn't believe it. It was so much fun.
Did you say, dang nabbit? I should have seen this in the theater.
I was at FSU, so I said, dadgummit, like Bobby Bowden.
That's right.
With a Diet Coke in my hand.
Or did you go, oh shit?
No, isn't my line usually, oh crap?
Yeah, it is. Or geez Louise.
Louise.
Geez Louise. All right, so Iron Man and Wonder Woman.
Oh goodness, what's another superhero?
There's all the X-Men, the Spider-Man.
I know.
There's, I dropped this. Superman. I know you love Justice League.
Faves.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That's fun. No, I think I'd go with Into the Spider-Verse. I'm really digging that right now. I can't think about another one. I've been so focused on MCU, but I really loved Into the Spider-Verse. You know, someone actually came to me at work the other day and said, have you seen Wreck-It Ralph? It's so relevant to people of our age because of all the cultural references, even though they saw it with their kids. And I said, no, not yet. But we saw Into the Spider-Verse and loved it. And they said all they've ever heard from anybody is just how different it is and how cool. And I think it's beautiful to look at.
Well, remember Phil Lord and Chris Miller, the directors? Mm-hmm. They pitched it to Sony. We want to make an animated movie that looks different than any other animated movie ever.
And then they had to do it.
The studio goes, sure. And then they went, crap. They went, oh, darn. And they had to make it happen. So I shouldn't promote other podcasts, but on the Empire podcast, they did a spoiler special about Into the Spider-Verse with Phil Lord and Chris Miller. And it's a very good interview. Those guys are super likable.
Mm-hmm. They were fun.
Yeah, they're not as likable as us.
No, I think that they get a bad rap for, I don't know, their personality or whatnot.
That Solo.
But they were really fun to listen to. They were actually pretty intelligent about their decisions, and they could talk them through. Some people can't really articulate what they were thinking about the movie. They just have feelings or...
Also, I'm going to promote something real quick, Meg. While you're listening to this podcast, most likely in the next few days, or if this is before Avengers Endgame, I want to be your Endgame, you should go to Rotten Tomatoes and...
I'm still looking for the tie-in between Endgame and Endgame.
Read my tomato meter deep dive into all the MCU films. I've been living these movies. And you know what else I forgot?
I've been living these movies.
You know what else I forgot? Is
because of you.
When I wrote that archery article for Rotten Tomatoes, I watched every single Hawkeye moment. So I was watching these scenes, we were watching Avengers again, I'm like, oh yeah, I just watched all that. He misses a lot. Rambo's more accurate than Hawkeye is. And Legolas. Just wanted to let you know, Meg. Alright, so let's work our way down. We're going to start with 21, that's Thor Into the Dark World. 20, Iron Man 2. So what? Alright, almost everyone there's basically 3 movies that everyone had last. And those were The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and Thor Into the Dark World. Why are those movies basically last? Someone had Iron Man 3 last? Crazy. Alright, so what do you think? They're not crazy, I totally get it. But why do you think, I think Thor Into the Dark World is just, it's fine.
Oh, I mean the plot's kind of weird.
Does a dark elf want something, and then it gets something, and then it gets defeated?
I like your other description of, like, I want the ether. I got the ether. There goes the ether. I lost the ether.
I had it. And Natalie Portman's kind of different in it than the first one. Her character gets a real weird job. It's just Kat Dennings' movie, basically.
I don't think they had this whole MCU thing, the vibe of it really figured out the flow, how they all wove together. At that point, it was still kind of one-off movies that weren't connected. So I think for both of those, for Iron Man 2 and for Thor 2, technically, they didn't have that meshing thing with all the other movies yet, so...
You're figuring that they're still dyeing Chris Hemsworth eyebrows blonde.
Yeah, he still had that long hair.
What about Mir? Kat Dennings? She's funny.
She's hilarious.
Yeah. All right, so Iron Man 2, then Incredible Hulk. Iron Man 2 I put ahead of Hulk and Dark World, because I think it has a lot of weird personality with Justin Hammer, and then it has Mickey Rourke doing whatever he wants.
It's got a lot of pieces that really work. A lot of really funny stuff.
Yeah. Some good bits. Mm-hmm. I like when that robot turns around and rips that dude in half.
It's got the bunker buster.
Oh, this thing...
We'll bust the bunker that's under the bunker.
You just busted?
Yeah.
And then he shoots the weapon and it fizzles out. I love Justin Hammer. I need to watch that show. We need to watch that show where he's dancing.
Don't cut out my sound effects.
Pew, 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 pew. Alright, and then we have Thor, Captain Marvel, The Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man the Wasp, which is hearsay.
Which is hearsay.
Iron Man 3, which is B. I put Iron Man 3. Where's my list?
Yeah, I don't understand. I think it was at the top. It was number 4 on mine.
I put it at number 4. I had Ant-Man the Wasp at number 3. I'm a maniac.
It's a travesty.
I just love Luis and the ex-cons.
It's so fun, and it's very rewatchable, and it's got Walton Goggins and Lawrence Fishburne.
I want to watch it right now. Let's just watch it and do a commentary on this podcast.
We need to put a TV in here so we can watch stuff in the background.
Yeah, just put on Ant-Man the Wasp. I just think it's funny.
It's cute with the ant car that she drives in the house, and
it's got the great bit about hide and seek, about how she doesn't understand the concept of the game.
And it just moves.
Yeah.
I mean, it just moves along.
I was definitely... So Thor, I guess I could see in the later part. Captain Marvel, I thought would be a little higher.
I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. I think it's a solid movie, but I'm just not in love with it. I don't know.
It's fun, right? But it's just fun.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's just, I didn't really connect with it, I guess.
I like the science guy.
Oh, yeah.
I like Ben Mendelsohn.
You're my science guy. Why didn't you know that?
And I want a Flurkin.
Oh, we definitely... I mean, the Flurkins sell that movie for me.
All right, so then we had Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man the Wasp, horrible, and then Iron Man 3. So we're down to 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So we've knocked a lot of those out. But before we move on, Meg, I want to ask, we have some listener questions, and I wanted to answer those. What do you think? All right. Jesse Deal asks, what does Wong bring Tony and Pepper as a wedding gift? Remember in Infinity War? Okay.
So I have an answer for this.
I already have I know. We're going to say the same thing.
Are we?
Yeah. What are you going to say? Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to bring them a really fancy Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah? And what's he going to play?
Beyonce.
See, I went up and I got him front row seats to an Adele concert. So he has a wireless speaker with Beyonce and front row ticket.
Tony likes technology. He could integrate it into his suit and...
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he could just get a hologram of Adele to play whenever he wants.
Yeah, I thought it had to be techie.
Really?
Yeah.
I just thought front row seats to an Adele concert. I love it. You're right.
No,
Bluetooth.
We were close.
Well, we read each other's minds.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why you're Mary Jane and I'm Sonny Birch. We go together.
And I got the undercarriage wash.
Yes, perfect. It doesn't even snow here, Meg. But you went for it.
Like once every other year. It's important.
All right, next. Nathan LaHaye asked, does Black Widow's hairstyle or color affect the tomato meter?
This is all you.
Well, it does. We looked this up. So when her hair's curly, super curly...
I very strongly disagree with this math.
But when it is, though, in Ultron and Iron Man 2... they don't have scores above 80%.
I know.
But when it's straight and less curly, the lowest score is, let's see, so there's the lowest score is about 85.
What do the critics have against curly hair?
It's weird, right?
It's upsetting.
The movies where her hair is...
It's a bad precedent.
Super curly, they have low